We have one candidate over here, Mr. Ankit Tiwari, who said he's joined into the meeting quite late and he hasn't been able to follow us. So could he have a recording? I'll take this question as I'm the moderator. So Ankit, you can contact us at the following address, contact@Resorcio, and we'll definitely let you know of what has happened, and we'll see if we can provide you with the gist, if not the recording of this evening's session, right? So this is for everybody. You can always reach out to us at contact@Resorcio, and we'll be able to redirect your queries to all our panelists and ensure that you do receive the information that you are looking for. And yes, but in the meantime, you can always type in your queries here live, and they're there to answer all your queries. So the next question is from Deepak Venu, and he asks, can we take our spouse along with us, and is it possible for him or her to work over there while I study? This is quite an interesting question. So Krati, would you like to answer this?
From the university perspective, I would recommend it that first the main applicant have to come and apply for their study permit and spend at least one semester with us, and then they can go back to their visa consultant, and then they can start doing this kind of application and processing for their dependent and for their spouses. So I think Ms. Pinky can answer this better, because I have a less idea about the visa immigration and the spousal updates. So I recommended that if you guys can visit CIC website, www.cic.gc.ca website for the Canada immigration related regulations, and any kind of updates you will get it from there. But as per my personal experience, I will not recommend it. For that, first the main applicant has to join in, and then I think they can go further. And if they are looking for any kind of a support or a university letter, that we can provide that as a letter of enrollment to support that student for their dependent visas.
Right. Thank you. Pinky, would you like to add to this query?
I think ma'am has covered the whole area. And it's I also recommend the students to being applicant should go first, and after completing one semester, 2 semester, it's chances for positive visa is very good. So we are recommending that. So after the main applicant should go, and after that completing first semester to second semester, it's better to apply for visa.
So that answers the question. Studies first, and your spouse shall follow you soon. So, yeah. And we have another question from Rahul again. I'm not sure if it's the same Rahul, but Rahul asks, do you have airport pickup? And what kind of help do you provide post-landing in Canada? So, Pinky again, would you like to take up this question?
Sure. If the student wants, they can ask us earlier. We will help them according to the area. If it's for parental, university will help for that. And it will be the area. We will connect to the Indian group there, and we'll definitely help you after the visa complete. The process completions will definitely do that. Don't worry about that.
Thank you. And there is another question. I guess Tyler could take this. Jan 2023 intake, is it online or offline? This could be a pertinent question given the COVID scenario in the world currently. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So here at Crandall, we have tried to start our classes. We've scheduled classes to begin in person. And then unfortunately, due to the COVID situation, we've had to pivot and go online. So currently, we are expecting to be in person next January for sure. We're optimistic that we see a light at the end of the tunnel here in Canada. And that's another great topic that I'll just touch on briefly. The situation in regards to COVID in Canada and on the east coast of Canada with our smaller population has been quite mild in comparison to some of the global effects. And through COVID, as I mentioned, our economy has continued to do well and in some cases grow. And I would just like to encourage students, if they are coming to New Brunswick or to the east coast of Canada, it is a very safe place to live. There's a number of regulations ensuring that individuals can live safely in amongst COVID. So at this time, things are opening up, or we're hoping that things are going to continue to open up. And definitely by January 2023, we are hoping and planning that we can be in person. Yeah, we really think in-person education is important at Crandall, and we really want to do whatever we can to move to in-person education as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you. That's something that's worrying everybody throughout the world, fluctuating between in-person education, on-campus experience, and then reverting to these online experience. It's getting taxing on people, I guess. And it's kind of a pity that college students have to miss out on that crucial experience, kind of a rite to passage, right, that they need to go through before entering the real world scenario. So let's all hope that things do improve. Yeah, and then now we have a very interesting question. This is about food. We Indians we generally are quite open to all kinds of cuisines, but we like our own food again. So this person asks, what is the scenario of Indian cuisine out there in Canada and specifically in New Brunswick? Are we allowed to cook our own food when in the kind of accommodation that we get or we pick?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have two different housing options on campus. We have a dormitory, which is where students would typically eat in a cafeteria. However, there is also a kitchen facility for those students. And then we also have apartment style housing, which many of our graduate students choose to take advantage of. If you live in one of our apartment style complexes, they have full kitchens, you have an apartment to use. So students would be making their own food there. We have growing and quite a large at this point Indian population within the city of Moncton. It's grown a lot over the last 5 years. So whether you want to make it at home, that's totally an opportunity that you have. We have a number of grocery stores that carry all the goods you would need to be able to make all the food from home. But there's also a number of restaurants as well that you can take advantage of with different regions of Indian cuisine. So whether you're from the north, the south, you can definitely find food from home in a restaurant here.
That sounds reassuring and welcoming at the same time. So yeah, we have another question. This is, yeah, for the management postgrad degrees, what is the industry linkage like for employment, etc. Once I enroll at Crandall?
Yeah. So our student service department makes sure that students are always up to date on the different job fairs in our region. And we also have internship opportunities. So if you're in our graduate studies in your master's of management, you have an internship opportunity that some students choose to take advantage of. And if you are in an internship, that really connects you directly to employers. Our graduate studies are also really focused on ensuring that students have an opportunity to interact and get experience in the Canadian workforce. And what this means is that our professors call in a number of leaders in industries to be able to present in front of the class. So just as an aside, I'm in my master's program currently at Crandall, and I'm taking my master's of organizational management. And last night I just had the chief officer, or the leader of a nonprofit organization in our class, and he talked about his organization for an hour. We were able to ask him questions, interact with him, and really that was a great opportunity for me to learn about a leader within the city of Moncton in an industry that I knew nothing about. And that's the opportunities that students will have if they come to Crandall. They'll be able to talk to leaders in different industries in the management level and be able to make those connections. So then outside of class, they can send their resume, or if they're sending CVs or resumes around, they can write in maybe a cover letter and a letter saying, hey, I enjoyed interacting with you in such and such a class. I'd like to meet with you and work with you more in the future. So those are the opportunities that students have if they come to Crandall. They're going to be interacting with many different people in many different industries in Moncton.
Yeah, and that goes quite a long way in creating networks that will eventually help you through your life and career. So that sounds good. And I have a question myself. Since Canada, regions in Canada are bilingual, you said Brunswick is bilingual, and there are certain regions which adhere to French, and then some cater to English. So, what is the general scenario like in the educational institutions? Is education imparted in English or French, or it depends upon the institution that we pick?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, really, the way that bilingualism or English and French is seen and interacted with most is from kindergarten to grade 12. So, in your primary school years, you will learn both English and French. After that, there are English speaking universities and French speaking universities. Crandall is the only English speaking university in Moncton, and most of the universities in our province are English speaking. So if you're coming to Crandall, you're definitely going to be able to interact in English. And due to our region and where we are, most of the individuals in the city of Moncton do speak English. So if you're looking for jobs or anything like that, you don't need to be bilingual. You can definitely find employment with English or a second language. We have a number of international headquarters in the city of Moncton. So your languages from your home country that you're bringing to Canada with you are also a great asset if you're looking for employment after graduation. You don't need to know English and French. Knowing English and another language is equally beneficial.
So that's something Indian students need to keep in mind while applying to Canada in specific. So I'll direct another question now to Pinky or Krati and give Tyler a short break to sip his coffee. So somebody over here asked, can I pay my tuition semester-wise and not as a lump sum amount? Yeah, Krati would like to come in.
Yes. So, being a university management team, I will definitely recommend all these students who are looking for our Crandall applications and admissions, please do submit your yearly tuition fees upfront to the university, and also it is a beneficial for your end too when you are applying your study permit, right? So many of the students, especially coming from the Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, they may ask me many times that if they are logged in right now, I don't know, that can we pay semester-wise fees, and we are non-SDS category country. I always recommend them that before applying visa, please pay your yearly fees upfront, because it will be a greatest weightage for your profile in front of the embassy's eye. So my point of view, the university point of view, we suggest to pay upfront fees, and that will be a good way to present your file in front of the embassy as well.